I don't like ugly, fat, double wide, Shrek looking obese, ugly, fat bitch. Do I really have to spell it out for y'all?
Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Nadia. Today we're going to talk about some more fat liberation TikToks, so let's get into the video.
What was the hardest part about growing up as a thick girl in the 2000s?
It's a tough one, but I'd probably have to say being taught in my classes that bodies like mine were a menace to society and that they must be eradicated at any cost. Trauma? What trauma?
Are you kidding me?
So I personally never was taught that fat bodies were a menace to society that should be eliminated at all costs. I can't speak for anybody else on that, but for me, it seems pretty extreme to take a lesson plan on health and nutrition and turn it into the elimination of all fat bodies. We also learned that smoking wasn't healthy, excessive drinking, excessive sun exposure. Are we trying to eradicate smokers and tan people, or lung and skin cancer?
I've had it with you guys and your cancer and your emphysema and your heart disease. The bottom line is smoking is cool and you know it.
I'm not exactly sure why the 2000s are being singled out as this special time in history where for the first time unhealthy body norms were being perpetuated. We have a long history of doing that, and the answer to that isn't to normalize the opposite extreme. I remember the conversations we were having in the 2000s about models and celebrities and their bodies being too thin and girls needing more realistic representation. I'm not exactly sure how long those conversations have been going on, but I do know they were happening in the 2000s. We were not just obsessed with hating fat people and loving thin people. But if you grew up fat in that time, maybe it felt like that because insecurity is a part of most people's childhood. I wanted to discuss this briefly because I really mean it when I ask everyone to please not come to this channel to bully anyone. I actually used a couple clips of her in my last video because she's documenting her weight loss journey, and I was really happy to see how happy she's been with her progress. Apparently, since then, her account has gone viral on what she is calling straight male TikTok, and people are bullying her and harassing her. It is not okay to bully or verbally harass anybody for their size, and please do not do it here.
This is gonna be a doozy for y'all. I already know it. But you know when you see a guy and he posts all this content about like, I just want a gym rat girlfriend, praying for a gym rat girlfriend, I'm a gym rat, she's a gym rat, just perfect gym rats. Gym rat girlfriend is code for no fat bitches. Gym rat girlfriend equals I like skinny girls. I like small girls. Stay away, fat bitches. That's what gym rat girlfriend means. Gym rat girlfriend does not mean girl that just goes to the gym a lot. You know exactly what I'm talking about, and you know the exact type of guy that I'm talking about. You know. The girls that get it, and the girls that don't. It's so funny how dense some people are. Yes, I'm talking about coded language. And the people in these comments are so horny to bring up preferences because that's the only thing they know how to do. That's the only defense mechanism they know. It's just about preferences. It's my preference that I was socially conditioned to like, but it's my preference. I'm not even talking about preferences, my dude. I'm talking about the fact that men feel like they needed to use coded language because they're physically incapable of saying what they like without it being at another person's expense who doesn't look like that. Like, a lot of people, and especially men, are physically incapable of saying, oh, I just like skinny girls, and leave it at that. They have this burning urge and desire to be like, I like skinny girls. I don't like ugly, fat, double wide, Shrek looking obese, ugly, fat bitch. Do I really have to spell it out for y'all?
So I had to put these beside each other because she is just directly contradicting herself. In the first video, she is talking about guys who say, I want a gym rat girlfriend, I just want a gym rat girlfriend, praying for a gym rat girlfriend. What we heard her. So then she whips out her personal fat phobia decoder and decides that gym rat means someone with a body not like mine, even though that was never explicitly stated. But then in her very next video, she's making the point that most guys cannot make a statement about their preferences without putting someone else down. The statement made was not, I want a gym rat girlfriend, not a Shrek freaking potato butt freaking whatever else she said. Plenty of people put down others when they describe what they like, but she is effortlessly deconstructing nonviolent language and reconstructing it into violent verbal attacks on her. And if you're constantly looking to do this and you're skilled at it, then I'm sure the world actually does feel a lot more cruel, but it doesn't have to.
Your wish is my command. Is a protein cookie healthier than a Subway cookie? Just to point out the obvious before we start, there is quite a size difference here. The total Lenny and Larry's cookie weighs in at 113 grams. Subway's cookie is 45 grams. Now we've got that out of the way. You've got 420 calories in the protein cookie, 200 calories in the Subway. So if you do count calories, I wish you wouldn't, you could have 2 Subway cookies and you still wouldn't hit how many calories are in this supposedly healthy cookie. Carbs, you got 59 grams, 30 grams. Fat, you got 12 grams, 10 grams. Protein, this has got 16 grams, as we all very well know, and the Subway cookie has 2 grams. Sugar, you got 25 grams, 18 grams in the Subway cookie. That's for those people that tell you to be scared of sugar. Then of course you've got price. This is around $3.87. So again, you could buy 2 of these and you still wouldn't be spending as much as you are on this. The point, saying something is high protein is just a marketing ploy to make us think that something is healthier or better or holier than thou. But in actual fact, it's just another example of diet culture stealing our money. I'm off to have my cookie. Bye.
Okay, so I would really like to start talking about these more, but before I do, I have to preface by saying that I am not giving anybody health advice. So there's this sub-movement within the larger fat liberation movement to delegitimize the idea of healthy food. The aim of her video is to compare cookies in a way such that one is a clear extension of evil diet culture and the other is a neutral representation of normal food. To start off, those Lenny's and Larry's cookies are designed the way meal replacer or protein shakes are. They are not marketed as an after meal treat the way Subway cookies are. But yes, they are both cookies. What's funny to me about her argument is she points out that the Subway cookie is literally 2.5 times smaller than the cookie she's comparing it to, but continues on with her skewed comparisons like that's not confusing for her audience. So let's make it equal and compare the actual differences of a Subway cookie that would be the same size as the Lenny's and Larry's. So calories for the Subway cookie would be 450. Definitely more than the Larry's, but not too much more. Carbs, 75 grams, so again, more. Fat, 25 grams, so that would be twice as much as the Lenny and Larry's. Sugar, 45 grams, so almost 3 times as much as the Lenny's. And then protein, 5 grams, so about 1/3 as much of the protein, which is actually the macro that people are usually most comfortable consuming. And then price, $2.17, so about 80 cents cheaper. And she conveniently left out fiber, which Lenny's lists 10 grams of in their cookie, and Subway would come in at 2.5 grams. So I will let you decide the value difference in those two foods. I personally don't consider either of them ideal, but I do consider one to be less healthy and one to be more of an option if I were in a pinch and had to eat a sugary snack instead of a meal.
So many of the comments and like duets and stitches of this video are like, oh my god, who's saying this man isn't, huh? Blah 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 blah. Like, don't pretend like y'all don't know. Every time a fat person comes on this app and like talks about the fact that people are disrespectful to them and like don't find us attractive or claim that we're not attractive, and like we're all like mopey or whatever, then you're like, no, you're so attractive. But none of y'all are gonna like acknowledge the fat phobia that we experience, and none of y'all even say the word fat phobia. But that's why. That's why the man on the left is not considered as attractive as the man on the right, because he's fat. Like, don't pretend you don't know. Like, that is the reason. The reason is fat phobia. Who's telling this man he's not attractive? A lot of people, because a lot of people are fat phobic. Don't pretend like you don't know it exists. Like, it does. And that is the only reason.
Okay, so let's watch the original video first. So if you saw what I saw, which was actually pretty funny, then you can see how that original video was taken completely out of context to suit this narrative that the world is constantly bullying and oppressing fat people. The original content had nothing to do with him expressing sadness about not being treated the way the guy on the right gets treated. He's actually mocking the guy on the right, and he does a whole series like this, and it's actually pretty funny. He seems like he has really great self-esteem and is able to laugh at himself and others in a respectful way. In direct contrast is the person who seems to be able to find conflict in everything and takes a lot of things that have nothing to do with them very personal. To me, this seems like a good example of not being able to win with this community. Even complimenting someone and encouraging their content can be warped into oppression. Thank you so much for coming to hang out on another video, and special thank you to everyone who's been liking, subscribing, and giving me feedback down in the comments. I really appreciate that, especially so early on in this channel. I'm gonna call this video here today, but I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, please remember to take care.